Hello and welcome to Chicken Bros. My name is David Heath.
I'm a millionaire genius playboy philanthropist.
Nice. And we're here to talk about the very first Avengers movie. The one that knocked all box office records. Well, not all of them. Avatar was still in the lead. But who knows? Endgame might beat it.
Come on, Endgame, make Stan proud.
But this movie was the movie that we'd been waiting for since Iron Man and the first Thor and the first Captain America. We know that these movies were leading to this one, and we were so excited. Well, let me rephrase that. I was.
He was, because back when this movie first came out, I was not a Marvel fan. I was a DC fan, and
Yes.
I was getting more and more disappointed with every turn.
And another thing too, a little trivia for you Chicken Bros fans, all 6 of you out there.
7.
Oh, 7?
Wait, no. Technically, not counting you and me, 5.
Oh yeah, good point. Yeah, all 5 of you out there. When this movie came out, me and Noah didn't even know each other.
That's true.
Isn't that crazy?
And yet it was a string that was waiting to connect itself to us.
Yes. And eventually, I got Noah on my side. One of us.
It was you and Gigi, bro. Give our sister some credit.
Good point.
Also, it was Ant-Man that turned me, honestly.
Admit it, it was Cassie.
Not just Cassie, just I like the idea of Ant-Man. And okay, did we already do a review on Ant-Man? I forget.
No, we didn't. No.
Okay, so I'll probably save this for that review.
All right. Let's talk about the Avengers. So, Loki, who in the first Thor movie you thought was dead. Nope, not dead. In fact, very much alive. And wants the Tesseract, which is this little
Please
cube.
put down the spear.
No.
Please put down the spear. Why?
Yeah, the Schmo Yoho remix. It's awesome. And the Tesseract is a little cube that is like a doorway to space. It can open portals and shit.
And Loki has a similar device in his spear that when he taps to people's chests,
It can
makes
control
their
their
eyes glow blue.
minds.
Yep.
So
he does
for
that to
the
this old guy. He does it to Hawkeye.
yeah, for a good bit, yeah, and then some other people. And for those of you who don't understand, the Tesseract and the thing in Loki's spear are Infinity Stones, which then lead into what will eventually be Infinity War.
But we didn't know that at the time. We just thought it was some space device.
Well, I didn't know it until the end credit scene that showed Thanos, and I was like, "Oh, Infinity War!" And then Loki gets away with the Tesseract, and so Nick Fury's like, "All right, this is the time. We got to call in the Avengers." They call them in one by one. I love how they called in Black Widow. That was so hilarious when she's
Oh yeah, she was. Yeah. Okay, so she's being interrogated.
Yeah.
And in Russian, because she's supposed to be Russian.
Yeah, a little.
And then so, I think Fury calls the interrogator on his phone.
Coulson.
And he's like, "It's for you."
Yeah.
And she's like, "I'm kind of in the middle of something here."
Yeah, Coulson calls and he's like, Barton's been compromised. She's like, "Let me put you on hold." She starts beating the crap out of these guys, and on the other line, Coulson's just like, like he's actually on hold. That's so funny. He's just sitting casually there, like,
Oh, Coulson.
And then he tells her, "You need to get the big guy," and she's like, "Stark doesn't trust me." He's like, "No, I got Stark. You get the big guy." And she's like, she says, "Oh shit" in Russian.
Oh, she does?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
It's just not subtitled because it's a swear word, and it's a Disney movie. You know how Disney are. But anyway,
True.
The big guy in question here is Bruce Banner. Now in
the third world country, which is kind of ironic because I'm trying not to get angry.
not that Bruce Banner. This one's played by Mark Ruffalo, who
was a much better fit.
Yes, absolutely. He's my favorite Hulk.
Same.
And Black Widow tries to kind of calmly talk to him about coming in and trying to figure out where the Tesseract is.
And he basically says, "You have me surrounded." I don't have you surrounded. Okay, fine.
I'll get a little ticked off. Urgh. Stand down. Oh yeah, not surrounded. I love when she says, when she's explaining what the Tesseract is, like it's got like a lot of power or whatever, and he's like, "What does Fury want me to do? Swallow it?" Oh, Bruce.
Oh, the humor in this movie was top notch.
Oh yes, it is. And then Fury goes to get the Star Spangled Avenger,
who is currently beating on a bag with memories of his past.
Yeah, because he's trying to get over the fact that he has been frozen for over 70 years in a big block of ice and just like missed out on all Earth's history since then.
And Han Solo thought he got frozen bad.
Yeah, he was only frozen for like what I assume was a month.
I was gonna say more a year, but whatever.
Maybe they never really clear. Anyway, Fury basically comes to him and says he's got a mission for him, and Cap doesn't seem reluctant, but he sure doesn't seem like he wants to get back into it either. But he knows he probably has to because, you know, he's Captain America. Always doing what's right.
Yeah. When Captain America throws his mighty shield.
I love when Fury says, "Is there anything about the Tesseract you should tell us?" And he's like, "You should have left it in the ocean."
Ooh.
Good point. And then we meet, you know, the godfather of the MCU, Iron Man. And he's, you know, being Iron Man. Need I say more?
Mm-hmm.
I love when Coulson's trying to call him. He's like, "You've reached the life model decoy of Tony Stark."
Life model decoy.
And he's like, and then Pepper's like, "Phil, come in." He's like, "Phil? His first name is Agent." Oh man! And then, you know,
that's gonna play in later in the movie.
Yes. And, you know, basically starts like, "I thought I wasn't part of the whole Avengers Initiative thing. You guys didn't want me. You wanted my suit. Apparently, I don't play well with others." And he's like, "Yeah, you don't." You know, he does it because, well, you know, they kind of need him to.
Yep.
And Loki makes some trouble in Germany. Oh, wait, hang on. I love the bit when Coulson and Cap are on the jet, and Coulson's like, "It's an honor to meet you, officially. I mean, I sort of met you. I watched you while you were sleeping." He meant like when he was being defrosted.
Yeah. See, this is kind of why in our Avengers AU, I make my character Phil's godson.
Mm-hmm. That was so funny though.
Yeah.
And so they find Loki in Germany, and he's getting stuff.
Stabs you in the eye.
Yeah, he's basically helping Hawkeye get stuff that he needs in order to build the portal that will be opened via the Tesseract.
Bring the Chitauri to our universe.
Wonderful. And Cap basically stops him in his tracks. I love what he says. "The last time I was in Germany and saw a man standing above everyone else, we ended up disagreeing."
Hitler reference.
And then good old the Armored Avenger pops in. I like how he's like, "Agent Romanoff, you miss me?" And then AC/DC blasts. "Make your move, Reindeer Games." And then when they're trying to take him back to the base, someone else pops in. Someone with a hammer.
Listen well, brother.
I'm listening.
I'm listening.
That was so funny.
So
I love when he's like, sorry. I love when he's like, "Where's the Tesseract?" He's like, "I missed you too."
Or like before, like, "Be careful, Steve. He's a god. There's only one god, ma'am."
I'm pretty sure he doesn't just like that. Yeah. Attaboy, Cap.
Stay true to your Christian morals, my man.
I love when Thor's about to come and they just hear thunder, and Cap's like, "What's wrong? Scared of a little lightning?" He's like, "Well, I'm not overly fond of what follows." And so Iron Man basically attacks Thor for taking Loki because he doesn't know what's going on yet.
Mm-hmm.
like Thor's like, "Don't touch me again." He's like, "Then don't take my stuff." You don't know what you're up against. Shakespeare in the Park.
Shakespeare in the Park.
Doth mother know you weareth her drapes. And then they get into a fight, and Thor blasts Iron Man with his lightning, and Jarvis goes, "Power at 400% capacity." He's like, "About that." And then blasts Thor. Cap comes in.
I like how when Thor tries to strike Cap throws up the shield. Boom.